Well, folks, welcome back to Crook and Chase. I'm Lori Ann Crook along with Charlie Chase.
Right, and our guest today is Trish.
Now,
Trish is here.
Is that right?
now
That's the way
wait
we
a
operate
minute,
here.
wait a minute. You guys forget what you're doing today.
Wait a minute, do you forget where you are today?
I
You're
know
on
where
our set.
I'm at, and I feel like a great big Easter egg. I feel like I should have straw all tucked around me.
Well, if you
Yeah.
now, just be cautious, we will hide you later.
This
Okay.
is wild. I love it.
Yeah, it's a little strange. See, something like this, I have to watch my clothing because this clashes.
Well,
Does it?
I didn't know we were going to be here today, and I
Really?
think this might clash a little bit too. I don't normally
No. We're in the 90s, dear. Anything goes.
anything goes.
Apparently,
okay.
on this show. Anyway.
Well, I guess you can tell we're on the set of Crook and Chase and touring Nashville again, kind of meeting with the people in Nashville that are in the industry. And we found Lorianne and Charlie, and I want to thank you for being on Hit Country Video today.
Well, we appreciate it. Thanks
Yes.
a lot.
I like your truck outside.
you like
Have you
that
seen their truck? See,
I
they
guess-
travel all over the place. They do
Yeah.
interviews with all these folks, and then they get them to not sign an autograph on a paper or a picture or anything on their truck. You got autographs all over. What kind of ink do you use to keep them smearing off?
Paint. Who's
Paint.
doing this interview?
Okay, I'm sorry.
See? It's,
Anyway,
it's
can I?
terrible.
See what
You
I
can't
mean?
stop interviewing.
Okay,
I want to
told-
paint the truck.
You're going
Okay,
to
go
get to
ahead,
paint
Trish.
the truck. We did talk to Williams and Reed the other day, and they gave us just about the same kind of problem that Charlie's doing.
I understand totally.
I'm in great
I
company.
understand what you go through now during the
Thank you.
show.
You know, a lot of people think they know what I go through, but now you truly know. I
I
mean,
do.
my job on this show is to keep him in line.
Oh, it's got to be a hard one.
It is.
Especially now, live. I mean, taping the show was okay. You could go back and kind of have it out with him, but live, that's got to be a problem.
Live. But you know what's interesting? When we did our taped show, we did it live to tape anyway.
Yeah.
Unless there was just something, I can't even
Right.
remember, but something just wrong. We never went back and did things over. So
Well,
we were prepared for a
yeah.
live show.
Yeah, Lorianne mess up a few times, you know, when we tape, and we'd have to go back and correct it. But
You
we
know
just
what?
let it go live now.
I would punch him in the face every now and then. We'd have to edit that out.
Well, I tell you, Lori, one thing I do want to thank you. You have made my life at home so easy.
Really?
They walk in, they look at my house, they look at my bathroom, they look
Here
at
it
my
comes.
bedroom.
Here
I
it
say,
comes.
hey guys,
Yeah, well,
you saw Crook and Chase, you saw the dressing room. She's allowed, I'm
No.
allowed. That doesn't. My car, I could open the door now and everything could fall
You know,
out.
Trish, I was preparing myself for a big compliment.
well, now see, Trish has got it wrong. She's thanking you, but it was actually me that brought that into America's living rooms. And sort of,
I'm a slob.
she's slob.
I'm a slob.
Welcome to the club.
No.
Thank you. And I've made all slobs in America gain a
Let me-
new amount of respect.
Let me stand up for my partner here for just a little bit because no, I'm serious.
It's a little late, Charlie.
All right, well, forget it. No, I want to say that your schedule is so busy, and you are just rush, like we all are. That it's difficult to maintain the dressing room, the level that you want.
Charlie.
Y'all
I-
buy that?
You know, this is a PR move. I can tell.
Now I was doing okay at home. Now they're going to say, yeah, but you're not as busy. Now why didn't you just drop it right there?
Because both of you are slobs, and I'm trying to help you.
It's
Okay.
the truth, and I admit it.
No.
I'll come out and admit it.
No.
Okay, you guys are busy. You have your 4-hour weekly top 40 countdown on the radio. And is that put on tape, or do you do that live on some of the over the airwaves?
Luckily,
That's
that's
all
on
taped.
tape.
Yeah,
That is a
thank
taped
goodness.
show, so
Okay.
we can go in and get it done in between all of our other things, and then it's sent to New York, I believe, to get it all mastered and put together and sent out across the country.
Yeah, we're on in excess of 280 stations now, and that's symbolic of 3 years of growth for the Nashville Record
I
Review. We're
listen.
very proud of that. It's a wonderful show. We stick to the radio and records top 40 countdown. We have a lot of viewer, I guess too, and listener response to the
Yeah.
show. So it makes us feel good, and it's been a continuously growing thing. Like over the last year or so, just about every week we add a few stations, and that is really remarkable.
I do listen every week
Well, thank
too.
you.
Really enjoy it.
While you're cleaning up your house.
While I'm cleaning up my house, right, or doing all these busy things that keep me from cleaning up
understand,
my
yes.
house. Okay, and Charlie, you have a show that is on what, you do 4 shows a year called Funny Business.
Yeah, there will be a sequel to that starring me called Wanted, Dead, or Alive, I think. No, we have done 10 Funny Business shows, and basically what we do, it's all stars, okay? It's all country music stars, and we try to devise some practical jokes and sort of tailor it to what they're known for, their interests, their activities, and so forth. And so far, we've been pretty successful. I made a list the other day, and we have about 40 different acts that we've gotten over the years on Funny Business, the past 3 years.
And they all want to get him back.
Yeah,
What was your
they all like
favorite? Do you have one that?
Well, there have been a couple. Well, the first one, it was on the very first show, the Gatlin Brothers, the hole-in-one deal. If you remember that, Larry thought he had a hole-in-one. Our guy put the ball in the hole with his back turned. That was a good one. Reba McEntire's recent one was a good one.
Oh, that
Gary
was-
Morris, that involved Lori Ann, was
With the
hilarious.
gun.
I mean, he was almost ballistic on us there for a minute. And Marty Brown, I think, on one of the previous shows, where we auditioned new guitar players, and I went and dressed as a punk rocker, and he didn't know me.
Yeah.
But it's really a fun show.
Right, and you're on your toes all the time.
Pretty much. I'm always looking over my shoulder.
Oh, he
Okay.
asks me almost every week, has anybody called you? Are they going to get
Well,
me
they
back?
have
And
in
of
some
course,
cases.
you would
Yes.
tell him, wouldn't you?
No, she
Are
wouldn't.
you
She wouldn't tell me.
kidding?
She
Anything,
wouldn't tell me.
anything to put him on the spot
Oh, I know. But yeah, I realize there are some people after me. They'll get me eventually, I'm sure.
with my help, I'm sure.
I'm sure too.
I haven't got you yet, have I?
Okay, and you do Celebrities Off Stage.
Yes.
That's your, what, 4 times a year?
Yeah, 3 or 4 times a year, depending, because I have so many executive type duties here.
Right.
It depends on what I have time for. But like Funny Business, they are very popular, and it's interesting because they're so popular that the Nashville Network asked both Charlie and I to try to do like 5 or 6 or 7 of these specials each a year. There's absolutely no way. I mean, that would take so much away from our daily show, because both on both accounts they are very difficult to produce. They're very time consuming, lots of writing, lots of editing, and so we choose to keep it rather elite. A few a year. But in mine, I get to go to their homes. I sit down, have really in-depth conversations with them. I travel with them all over the country, sometimes all over the world. And hopefully, and I think in each case, the viewers have really, really gotten to know the stars better than they did before.
Yep.
That kind of an interview or that amount of time makes you feel like you know so much more about them. It's deeper. What you do on the show, you have like 5 minutes or something real
Yeah.
quick and hi and where you going, and I do like that. Were there any that you were really excited, like, oh, I can't believe I'm doing this, or?
Well, not that sort of a feeling, because I've been around the country music stars and country music for so many years that I know them so well. It's like talking to a friend.
Right.
So it's not that jittery excitement type thing. I think one of the most difficult things I did was with Lori Morgan after the death of her husband Keith Whitley. We were the first in-depth interview, and we went to the home. In fact, the home where he died, in the bedroom, and did the interview from there, and it was very difficult, and we both just ended up in tears. And it was just a very difficult, but it let the fans understand what Lori had been going through and what she would continue to go through.
She's a terrific lady.
Yeah,
She's strong.
She signed the blazer.
I saw that.
You saw
She
that.
signed.
Who
she-
hasn't?
she
I was
painted the
reading the
truck.
blazer. Everybody signed the
Oh, I know.
blazer.
I know. By the way, are we halfway through the interview now?
We're
Why?
just about
Okay, you hold the
finished.
microphone
Why?
for the second half of the interview.
What a wimp.
I've been sitting here being real nice, holding the microphone during the first half of the
Excuse
interview.
me, Mr. Chase. I'm sorry to.
That feels
Okay.
better. Thank you.
Well, I'll tell you, Lorianne, the other thing.
Turn it over this way.
Yes, yes, Trish.
Your motorcycle.
Yeah, I'm a motorcycle mama.
Yeah, and when I found out I was coming down here, I'm going to see Shotgun Red tomorrow. And that night, I had a dream that we went motorcycle riding. You are on Jim's motorcycle on the back, and I was on the back of Shotgun Red's motorcycle.
Excuse me. What did you have to eat before you went to bed?
It was the most horrible dream I've ever had in my life.
It was a nightmare,
It
folks.
It was a nightmare.
It's frightening just to hear you tell it.
Well, and when I woke up, I thought, can you imagine poor Steve? What kind of a ride he must have been going through if Shotgun was doing the.
I want I want to personally thank you for leaving me out of this dream.
You weren't in it, believe
No,
me.
no, I was home asleep.
No,
Well, you know, Steve really does ride a Harley.
yeah,
so-
I know he does.
yeah.
Well, the reason is because I don't golf, but I did ride motorcycles, so that's why I kind of related to Lori. Hey, well, I want to thank you guys for taking time to talk to
Sure.
us today. And we're going to go out and do that thing on
We're going to sign the truck.
the truck.
Let's do. Can we make it real big?
Are there any
Well,
restrictions?
I'm going to let that up to the owner of the truck. It's mine. If it disappears, they've wanted to sell it, and I said, if it goes, I go.
Oh, really?
So I claim I own the truck, but it doesn't really, and we let somebody else decide where the signatures go.
All right. Well, who do we bribe?
Right there.
All right.
Right there?
Okay.
Right there.
The bribery is coming at you.
Yes.
So, okay, thanks again. We're going to head outside, and we're going to.
It's getting out
How
this
much
Oh,
money.
look at this.
Oh my!
I
Look
got,
at
a,
this.
I got $1.
Are
all
you
right?
paid more than me?
I got $1.
We'll be right back after this.
Where'd you see this from?